As we continue, our next guest is Alissa Hodam. Her company is Memorial Designs Boutique right here in Houston. Jenna, let's tell people about Alissa.
She's amazing. I spend way too much time at Memorial Designs.
We love Jenna.
And now my husband and my boys shop there, which is a bonus for me. So, Alissa, talk to us a little bit for somebody who doesn't know, hasn't been to Memorial Designs yet. Tell us a little bit about your store. It's amazing.
Thank you, Jenna. My store is a one-stop shop, so I have just a little bit for everybody. I have a men's section. My baby section has grown because I have two grandbabies, a granddaughter and grandson, so that has expanded. I have jewelry. I have women's clothing. Just, again, a one-stop shop, a little something for everybody.
How did you, give me a little bit of a history. It's not easy being an entrepreneur. Why did you decide to do this? Why a boutique?
Well, I really never thought that I would have a retail store, but I do have a history of retail. My father was in the wholesale shoe business, and later in the early mid-'80s, we opened up shoe stores in Arizona, one in Carefree, Arizona, and one down on College in Tempe. And so kind of have a background there, helped him with those. And then stayed at home with my three children, and once my youngest went into middle school, I had chaired everything at every level and was kind of done, let the young ones come in and do, and was bored, needed something to do. So without going into details, I started doing signs. So in the Memorial area, especially Memorial High School, when you get to a varsity level, you get what's called a yard horse. And on that yard horse is whatever sport you're in or club or what have you, but it's at either a varsity level or high level if it's a club. So I started doing that signage and some other indoor signage, and then brought in embroidery. But I was not storefront, so I wasn't really retail. I was kind of doing wholesale. There was a store called The Villager that everybody is their go-to. So I approached her to see if I could do the embroidery for her, and she accepted. So that's kind of where it started. And then I was just in a little bitty space, no windows. I didn't know where the business was going to go. I knew I couldn't do it at home because nothing would get done on either end. And then I grew into another space in that office building. And then after almost 4 years doing that, I decided it was time to branch out and go into an actual retail space. And so I've been in a retail space now for about 7 years.
That's so awesome. And you recently moved into an even bigger retail space.
Doubled my space and love it. It's still in the same strip center, but again, double the space. And I was able to go in and just do it the way that I wanted to do it. And so it's a beautiful space. We're very happy with it, and we're growing big time. Love it.
That's awesome. I was going to say, how's it going? How's the community responded? It's such a special community, like we were talking about.
It is. Well, we're in the Memorial area, and in the Memorial area you have the different villages. So we're actually placed in Spring Valley. And for Spring Valley, I really became their first store, their first retail store. And so a lot in Spring Valley are the younger, with younger kids. And so they love being able to just pop in, get a quick gift, and go. So the response with them has been unbelievable. I could not be happier. And again, like I said, we've just been growing and growing and growing, and so I feel very blessed.
And the address, people listening right now are thinking, where is it? What's the address?
It is 1028 Campbell Road, so we're on the north side of I-10 on Campbell, where the way I always tell people, you know where the new Jonathan's Rub is? Well, we're right behind it. So usually everybody knows where that is, and so they find us very easily.
There you go. In fact, that's what I think of now when I do think of Campbell Road. Jonathan's the Rub. And now I'm thinking about your boutique.
Yeah, you can go and get a bite to eat and then come down and shop, or vice versa. And there's a lot growing in the Spring Valley area. It's really growing.
I would eat shop on a full stomach. I don't know about anybody else, but I think I'd have my lunch first and then shop. Just saying.
Well, I would prefer that because otherwise you're not going to stay as long and shop as much because you're hungry.
Good point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See, a business, you need to know the psychology of your potential customers and customers.
That's right.
You're on it.
I usually shop more if I have a glass of wine at lunch at Jonathan's, and then I do more shopping.
That sounds good, too. So people wondering, they're thinking, let's itemize again some of the categories of things that for men and women can shop there. So what are some of the things that we're going to find? One of the things I like is stationery. Now,
So
you have personalized stationery?
I do. I
Tell
don't
us
carry a
about that.
lot of pick up and go stationery because I have a company that literally they can turn it in 5 days and you can customize it. And it's page after page after page, so you can get any style that you want. Masculine, feminine, simple, twofold. So that is where the stationery comes in, and they're very quick. I have jewelry, all kinds of jewelry for the littles to, grandma. Candles, that's one of my favorite things to bring in. There's so many different candles out that, I have one that melts into a lotion, and I use it on my cuticles every day. It's fabulous. Then I have the children's section, and then I do have a men. Men will come in and they'll think, okay, this is late, all girl. But I go, no, I have a men's section, and I'm, try to expand that. But you guys are kind of difficult to shop for, but I do my best. I do sell John Hart, and I have a hot stamp machine. And if I didn't say it, I don't know, I am a monogram boutique, so I monogram in-house. I also do the hot stamp.
Okay, now I'm not familiar. What is the hot stamp? Just
Hot
in
stamp.
case.
Are you familiar with John Hart at all? Luggage.
So
Oh, okay.
great
The luggage. Okay.
Uh-huh. So they have the little leather tags, and then you hot stamp
Initials or monogram or
Yeah. So
Onto
it's just like
leather.
Onto the leather.
Well, that must
Correct.
look
So it's
really
not using
nice.
thread, putting the stamp of the initials or name or what have you into the leather. So I do that in house as well. And then I do balloons. I just kind of started that. So started a little balloon bar. And then I'm one of those that I bring in the weird stuff. I brought in frogs, and I'm getting ready to bring them in again.
Frogs.
I have 3 frogs. They're amazing.
They are amazing. They are little African dwarf frogs, so they're just little bitty. Don't grow much. Feed them twice a week, and literally you don't have to
When you're
change the
talking
water.
about live frogs.
Live frogs.
Not little statues. Or,
No.
Okay, so this is the go-to if you want a frog.
If you want a frog, come to Memorial Designs because they're coming in about 2 weeks. And
They're the cutest thing.
really
Yeah.
are.
I bought one on a whim, and then my other son wanted one, so I got him one. And then I decided I needed one for the office, so we have 3 frogs. They're the cutest things. They're
What
like
do you
this
keep 'em in?
big. They're little tiny aquariums that you buy there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the easiest pet you'll ever have in your life, and they're
It's
so
truly.
cute. They
They'll jump up
Yeah.
and kind of
They
swim
don't
around.
hop out of the aquarium. They just have
No,
a
no,
lid.
not so
Okay.
far.
There's a little
There's
lid on there, and they're just a lot of fun. And I have men that come in and they buy them for their office, and they love them. And then I have people come in. I would never have thought that you'd have frogs. I'm like, well, I'm kind of that quirky one that will bring frogs in, and who knows what.
That's
next.
one of the things I like about the radio and meeting people. You don't know where the conversation is going to go, but what was your inspiration for frogs? How did you think of that? That's very interesting.
Growing up, I was very much a tomboy, always outside. I had tarantulas that I let just crawl on me. I know I'm the weird one. We had a snake pit. So I've always been kind of that critter person. And then with my 3 kids, I think we've had every animal there is. We've had hedgehog. We've had flying squirrels. We've had, you name it, we've had it. So it comes naturally.
I mean, now the frogs
Welcome
don't
to
seem
the
so
frog
weird.
hour. The frog hour. Just my last frog question. But what do they eat? Insects or what do you buy?
No. It comes with a year's supply, a little packet, and they're just these little tiny pellets, and they 2 pellets per frog twice a day. And again, the water you don't have to change, but like every 4 months, 6 months, because what you get with the aquarium is you get sand and then you get a live plant.
It's a whole kit.
And so with the sand in the live plant, it works as a natural environment. It cleans all the gunk and all that. So they're really, for those parents that the kids are saying, I want a dog, I want a cat, a frog is the easiest.
It's so easy. So easy. And even I can keep them alive.
Yeah.
So it's good.
We've had very few that have
They're very,
Gone away.
they're very
Yeah.
sweet and easy.
yeah.
That's
yes.
amazing. So give us an idea. Again, let's remind people of the address.
1028 Campbell Road, north side of I-10 on Campbell.
What days are you closed, if any?
And we're closed on Sunday. But when the holidays come in, we open up. Special events will open up on Sundays, extended hours.
And I would think, too, as we're getting close to the holiday season, all the things are coming right around the corner. What are some of the things in terms of inventory that you'll be bringing in for the end of the year for the various holidays? And how do you know what to buy? Or it sounds like you're so creative.
Well,
I want to go just to see what's there in another month.
good. I would love for you to come in. It's a difficult time, especially right now, because people don't realize there's still supply demand is just, it's awful. So For instance, when I went to market in January and in this past June, I typically would have had shipping dates later out so that I don't get everything and my back room doesn't fill up. But at this point, you just kind of have to take it as it comes. So what are those items? A lot of decorative, fun, different decorative stuff for Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, styrofoam cups and napkins, stocking stuffers. Just, again, that kid area I'm trying to boost up, so I bring in a lot of toys that I typically don't throughout the year. I have a whole table that I just put bins of ornaments, just every kind of ornament you can imagine. And just a lot of fun stuff. When I go to market, that's what I'm looking for, is different fun stuff that when people come in, they go, oh, I've never seen this before. That's what I try to make my shop.
And Alissa, before we close the segment, what else do you want people to know?
Just that we're a small family business. The support has been awesome, but if you have not visited our store, please do. memorialdesignshtx.com. And I just got that website going, so we're adding all the time. But would love for you guys to come in and see us and work with you on a special monogram or whatever it might be.
Get your frogs.
And frogs, yes.
I can buy
About
more
2
than one
weeks.
frog. Is there a limitation?
They come with two frogs. They got to have buddies.
All righty. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having me.
you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Jenna.